What's the story about South? He just cheats at every opportunity that he gets. I, I honestly don't know how to explain it better than that. Like, I mean, he's definitely been caught cheating in ACBL events, but somehow he still is allowed to play. Although I think he is banned from like certain tournaments, at least. I don't know all that much about how he cheats. I've been told that he like walks around the room and like watches other people play boards when he's in pair games and then just like sits down and plays that hand later. But yes, very slimy player. But we're off. Heart by South. Spade overcall by West. We'll see 4 hearts by North. 4 spades by East. Wow, and what does South do? I guess we bid 5 hearts. He does bid 5 hearts. King of Diamonds lead, excuse me. And 2 losers. I mean, a club loser and a spade loser. This will come home. And I think 4 spades was probably like a reasonable save for East-West as well. They don't have a lot of high cards, but all of them are working. The club ace being onside is nice. South would get a trump trick, but it looks like just down 1. I mean, maybe North can find a diamond lead and then South can underlead the ace-king of hearts. That's just unrealistic. No, I guess then it's with a natural trump trick, the diamond ruff. Okay. You know what? Never mind. I'm sorry I brought it up. So, Declare plays a couple of rounds of clubs before pulling trumps. He's not that worried about, like, the opponent's, you know, playing a second diamond through or something. And they do. And I think he's actually going to make 12 tricks now. This was a clever attempt, right? Ace of clubs club. No, why would you play this? Why would you do this before playing the ace of hearts? What? Oh my god, what is he? Why wouldn't he take the roughing finesse? What was that? Okay. I'm so tired. Not like physically tired, but tired of watching plays like this. 450. It didn't matter. It was for an overtrick, right? It's M's. Who cares about overtricks? No one cares. I think it was a clever attempt. Clubbed the ace, 9 of clubs back. I mean, I don't know if the 9 of clubs was the right club to play back, but kind of concealing the possibility that he was going to pitch a heart or pitch a spade. I do believe West probably bungled the defense a little bit after winning that king of clubs. Probably you switched to spades there. Yeah, he didn't have time to walk around to see where the club queen was while playing the hand. True. One no by East, 15 count. South does get to find an overcall here. Or, I mean, maybe South elects to double. I've said this before, that normally when you double, like for penalties in these spots, you really want to have a good opening lead, and I don't think South has one. So I would very much prefer to show the spade suit, as opposed to going for penalties against the opponent's not vulnerable 1 no trump. Like, probably if you're making an opening lead, you lead the spade ace, hoping that you catch a scenario like this where you can then continue with the queen next. But yeah, he does go with 2 spades. We get a negative double from West, pass by North. East probably bids 3 diamonds.
What up, dude? Sorry I'm a little late.
No worries. Welcome, Kurt. Thanks for joining me. So, there are
Totally.
a lot of tables in play. We're going to be checking out the Reykjavik Teams 2024, and I'm currently at the table with Itabashi and Hjordis.
All right. Okay. I'm logging into Bridge Base.
Cool. How are you doing today? I don't know if this is like early for you.
Um, it's not that early. I've actually been getting up like usually before 8, but yeah, I've been trying to be a little more regular, going on like a run or doing some exercise in the morning,
Nice.
having some kind of morning routine. But yeah, how's it going for you?
Yeah, going okay. I mean, I've been on like a European schedule for a while because I've been applying to a company in Europe, and so all my interviews are at like 7 a.m. and
Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
but it's been good. It's been good. And that
Wait, if
convenient
you got this job.
what?
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
No,
You
I
go.
was gonna say like conveniently that makes it perfect for me to cast this tournament, which is in Iceland. So
Oh,
yeah.
nice. If if you got that job, would it be like remote or would that
No,
involve
I
going
would
to
be
Europe?
moving to Amsterdam, although I think it might be only for a few months for training, and then they do have places in the US. But I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll like Amsterdam and stay. We'll see. Uh,
Gotcha. Cool.
but oh, Itabashi did lead the Ace of Spades. Sorry, I'm gonna revert back to calling him Cheatabashi now, mostly because he cheats. But this,
Wait, really?
yes, it's real bad. Um,
Wait, actually? How's he playing?
I that's a good question. Um, yeah, he I don't know. He'll do a bunch of shady things. I don't know much about it. I have played against him before, quite a few times, in fact. But supposedly he's famous for, like, in pair games, walking around the room and looking at other people play the boards and then playing them later himself. Um, so,
I I see.
yes. So, anyway, a bunch of
That
people call him Cheetabashi, and that's what I've been doing the entire stream. Um, so but yeah,
I
it's
see.
only for this match, hopefully. Although these are the two teams that are currently sitting at the top of the standings. They have kind of a cool way of doing this because it's a Swiss format, and that means there's like a ton of teams in the field. And normally on these like broadcasts, you just like sit and focus on one table, or you follow some player that everyone's going to want to watch. But for this event, for whatever reason, they're able to set it up so that the top team is always being broadcast, which is kind of cool. So we'll be
Nice.
following the leaders throughout.
Cool, cool.
But yeah, it's been, I mean, I've watched the pairs the past couple of days, and I have to say that it has been a mediocre performance from all of the players. This has been a little bit lower level than I was expecting. So we will see a ton of mistakes, and please make sure to bring up every single one of them, if possible. um, Chat loves it when I
Well,
like
well,
go off the rails, just like yelling at someone's bid. It's great. Um,
well, as the resident non bridge expert, I don't think I will be going off the rails, but
you
yeah.
you say that now, you'll be surprised. Um, but but anyway, we're now on to board three. Two no trump was bid, and South did find that kind of clever ace of spades lead. Look around. Now you get to continue the queen of spades, and that sets up your whole suit. Um, so
Nice.
yeah, but board three, we have a big hand here. North South do make a slam in clubs or hearts. How are they going to start this auction? So in the US, you would not be allowed to open South's hand to no trump, but I think there are a lot of players who might prefer that opening bid to one club. Like opening a club and rebidding two clubs, like I mean, you have a really good hand, and You could do that with like a bad 11 or even a 10 count, but one club, three clubs would be a bit much. South opens a club.
What kind of system are they playing? I see a club was alerted here.
I have no idea. So Diza North, her name's Diza, nickname. She's actually from the US, but of course originally from Iceland. And I think she plays like a mostly standard type system, but maybe one club is something a little bit conventional.
Gotcha.
So I don't know. Unfortunately, we don't have convention cards for the players. I've been doing a lot of guessing about the bidding.
Well, this seems like kind of how I might expect the auction to go if they were sort of playing some type of, normal 2/1-ish type
right.
thing. I don't know.
Yeah, North's 2 spade bid's a little unusual. Most people would play 2 diamonds as an artificial game force in this scenario, but I guess they're doing something slightly different. So 2 spades, they find their heart fid, and they stop in 4 hearts. There was no exploration whatsoever by North. She has a pretty good 17. I don't know, a little bit pessimistic, I would say. Maybe.
Would you consider bidding like 4 diamonds over 4 clubs? With the
maybe it's not her fault. Maybe South, the one who, as previously mentioned, opening 1 club and rebidding 2 clubs doesn't do the South hand justice at all. Yeah, I think 4 diamonds might have been a huge miss. I don't know why he wouldn't bid 4 diamonds. That seems insane to me.
Yeah, your hand's kind of amazing for
right,
partner.
And it's also a little bit different because he's already limited his hand with 2 clubs. His partner knows he can't have like an 18 count over there with a bunch of aces. So he basically has a maximum.
Yeah, and I'm assuming whatever 2 spades was, it probably promised 5 hearts.
Yeah, definitely.
If you would bid 2 diamonds with the North hand, what would 2 spades probably show to you?
That's a really good question. I think the general agreement is just like 2 diamonds is artificial game force and everything else is not forcing. So it would probably show the same kind of shape, like 4 spades, 5 hearts, maybe even 4 spades, 6 hearts or something, but like weaker values, like trying to just sign off in a 4-3 spade fit or, a 5-3 heart fit or 5-2 heart fit or something. I'm not certain. That is a weird question. It's not a weird question. It's a good question. Good question, Kurt. Thank you. But yeah, it's just because I think most people would play 2 diamonds as like the catch-all game force. It saves a ton of room. You can always find your spade fits anyway, right? Because partner could bid 2 spades over 2 diamonds if they have 4. And they had decided not to show them earlier in the auction. But yeah, maybe it should be artificial.
Yeah, makes sense.
Well, neither table found the slam on that one. Auction in the other room was somewhat similar. They played transfers over a club, a diamond showing hearts, a heart by South showing 3. 2 diamonds, we now get the artificial game force from North. 2 hearts by South, and North didn't even try. Why is no one looking for game or slam? What are they doing? Oh God, I've been pulling my hair out all tournament. It's only been 2 days. All right.
Yeah, that one maybe even makes even less sense to me. But I don't know. North hand is so good.
Yeah.
You have 3 key cards. I mean, you've got.
Yeah, at least Diza tried in this room, but Chidabashi he got his wires tangled. He had heard someone else in the room yell, "Damn it, slam went down," and he didn't realize they were talking about a different board. I really should stop, but I'm not going to. All right, what's going on board 4? East has a pretty good hand. A diamond opener, heart overcall by South. West making Looks like a limit raise. That feels like a lot of bidding to me on a weak diamond suit and 8 highs, but maybe it's okay. North comes in with 2 spades. I think 2 spades here should show heart support as a passed hand. Like, North can't have a self-sufficient spade suit. They would have opened 2 spades in first seat. So, like, how can North just be bidding 2 spades here without a heart fit? It's because they do have a heart fit.
Yeah, that makes sense. And you're also trying to help your partner on lead.
Yep. Yeah, you certainly don't want to raise hearts and have partner, like, lead away from the king or lead the ace from ace-queen. That would be just awful. So, I like the 2 spade bid. East is in a bit of a pickle. No heart stopper, but this 18 count. I mean, 3 hearts is presumably the normal choice at this point.
Yeah, I was going to say with 2 unknown suits of kind of like hearts and spades, what would be the difference between 3 hearts and 3 spades for them? I mean, which one? Because would you interpret with 2 suits, 3 spades just showing your
Yeah. This is a much better point. I hadn't really thought about this too much, but yes, when you have 2 unknown suits that you're looking for stoppers in, the general, like, expert agreement is, like, bidding the suit shows the stopper and asks about a stopper in the other one. So here 3 spades presumably shows a spade stopper, asks for a heart stopper. I guess West just wasn't looking for no trump ever. I mean, I would have bid 3-0 as West.
Yeah, I don't know if West didn't interpret 3 spades that way, or they just felt like their hand was so much better for diamonds. But I mean, it looks like it's going to make either way, but 3-0 trump seems to be, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, 3-0 definitely cold as long as the diamonds split, and if diamonds don't split, then you're going down in 5 diamonds. So 3-0 definitely the better spot. Like, it's possible that the opponents could put you to a heart guess at trick 1 in diamonds. Like, if South had one of the heart honors and led low, then maybe declare goes down. But here, you're right, 5 diamonds making the same as 3-0. Maybe a couple of imps swung, but then again, at this form of scoring, as long as you bid and make game, you're going to end up doing okay. So on to board 5, we might see 3-0 trump making 10 tricks or something in the other room for a 1 imp swing. That, I think, would be a normal result.
Gotcha.
Well, board 5, I mean, we'll have to see if South decides to open in 3rd seat, because I don't think the other players are gonna bid here. I know, I mean, Deez is crazy. She might open the north hand, but that would be a lot.
I mean, I would definitely bid something in 3rd seat. I just not sure whether I would bid 1 or 2 hearts.
I think both of them kind of carry the wrong message, which is a problem. And for that reason, maybe South will choose to pass. Like, normally when you open in 3rd seed, a lot of the purpose is to direct the opening lead, because you figure West is, or your left-hand opponent is going to bid something, and then your partner's going to be on lead. So both 1 heart and 2 hearts will direct a heart lead, which isn't exactly what you want as South. But he does decide to go with 2 hearts. I think it's pretty reasonable. Like, I would open. It's just there, maybe are considerations for passing.
Yeah. With the South hand in 1st or 2nd seat, you're probably opening 2 hearts, yeah. I mean,
we do get a result on board 4 in the other room. 3-0 trump, in fact, made 11 tricks. Oh, I see. South, I guess, what was the auction? Auction was North-South never even bid. Maybe not surprising. South was a little aggressive in this room with the heart overcall. And then after the heart opening lead, Declare was happy to just cash out and lead a spade up to the king, I guess, eventually scoring one of the major suit kings for trick 11.
Well, that was an interesting choice to overcall two no trump with that West hand.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'd be overcalling two spades, but
yeah, I think two spades is probably the normal bid, and I'm pretty sure actually two spades is better than two no, because with partner being a passed hand, if you're making a game, it's going to be very thin. And very thin games are not the ones that you want to be playing in no trump, especially when your stoppers can easily be forced out. Like if your hand was ace king third of hearts, then I think there's a lot of argument for two no trump over bidding the 5-card spade suit. But ace king doubleton, like, they're going to lead a heart, you're going to knock out the ace of spades, they're going to lead another heart, you're going to knock out the ace of diamonds, and then they're going to run the heart suit. So, yeah, I think I like two spades a little bit better. But the difference is, like, two no trump shows your values. Yes, you might miss a spade fit, but at least if partner has a 10 count, you'll get to game.
well, there's no way that is actually what happened on the first trick, right?
There's no way that is what happened on the first trick. Queen of diamonds to the ace.
And dropping the king. I mean, technically, if that is what happened, you could go down by like diamond over, and then when you get in with the ace of spades, diamond rough. But
yeah, what just happened? What? There's no way. I wish the view graph operator would tell us. Like, I suppose it's possible there was a penalty card. Okay, 450. Let me see. Is that the right amount? Okay, Declare didn't. It was just a misclick by the operator. Declare still had the king of diamonds because 450 means South got two aces, and that was it.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. Queen of diamonds to the ace, huh? And then a club switch? Wait. No. I mean, something's off. It must have been queen of diamonds to the ace and a diamond return.
That would make a lot more sense. So, I mean, if partner's leading a singleton queen here, you're going to feel very silly for switching when you could just set the contract by getting your ace of diamonds and then your ace of spades and two diamond roughs along the way.
Yeah, but then how did 450... I don't know. Okay, well, we'll move on. Maybe there's going to be an adjustment because South going ace of diamonds diamond would get in with the spade ace and then give partner diamond rough. Okay, well... We'll see.
I don't know. I'm just saying
Yeah.
if South thought that Declare had four spades and five diamonds, then
Yep. No, I'm...
ace of a queen, the ace, they're just down.
I
if you return
am
a
with you.
diamond.
Yeah. Ace and a diamond seems like sensible defense. Like, ducking the queen of diamonds seems like sensible defense. Because popping the ace of diamonds here blows a diamond trick.
I mean, with the two no trump overcall, I'm not going to lie. I would think that West rates to have four spades.
Yeah.
And
yeah, for sure. All right, board 6. We have a match that is 2-1. Maybe expected when you play these Swiss events because the teams that are relatively close in score are playing against each other. I think most of the teams are four-handed, which is going to make the matches a little closer as well. Like, if you're playing on a six-handed team and one of the pairs is significantly weaker than the other, possibly with a sponsor, then when that pair is sitting out, your team's going to do really well. And when that pair is sitting in, your team's going to do poorly. So That's how you get some swingy matches, even among the top teams. But here, I do believe both these teams are four-handed. Actually, I can look. You know what? Maybe I should do that. Yep, both of them have 4 players on the team. 3-0 in the north. How is this contract gonna do? So spades splitting is good news for Declare, but it might not be enough.
Pick the right major to lead.
Yeah, they did. 4th best from your longest and strong. Well, not diamonds, but but yes. Oh, South overcalled a diamond. I see. Certainly an argument for a low spade as opposed to the king. I mean, I could generally go either way on those things. I think it's just like blindly pick one, whether you lead high or low. So Declare has a spade, 3 hearts, 2 clubs, and 2 diamonds, I guess.
Yeah, it's not going to be able to play clubs for no losers here. So.
No, and I mean it looks to me like we have to play on diamonds, because if we lose a club, we know the opponents have 3 spades to cash at least, and the ace of diamonds, so we can't afford to play on clubs, really. Yeah, so crossing in hearts to lead a diamond to the jack, and then crossing in hearts to get, again, to lead a diamond to the 10 seems like the plan. And Declare might just have to hope for 3-3 diamonds with the queen on side. Whoa! I don't think that costs yet. I am not convinced by that flying the ace of diamonds. That looks like a very strange play. Well, defense has cashed a few spades. I expect West to switch to hearts. Is there any reason to continue diamonds here as West? Like, it cuts communication. But I guess there's...
Just don't play a club.
Well, the king of clubs is fine. Actually, it doesn't even matter now that Declare has...
Declare through.
Yeah, thrown a club.
Yeah, I guess everything can beat it then.
Yeah, Declare was relying on...
Queen of diamonds coming down.
Right. I think it... I don't know how she went down 2. But it looks like our VuGraph operator is having a little bit of trouble following the play. Our English VuGraph operator here, who's finally said hello in the chat. Hello, VuGraph operator. Not my chat, the BBO chat. All right, board 7. So 10 board matches. We have 4 boards to go in this one. A little bit of excitement on some of the hands. I mean, certainly board 3 had the potential to be a large swing. I am going to quickly pull up. Let's see. I can do this, I'm sure. I will keep an eye on the actual bridge being played, but let me find the... I think there should be a list of all the contracts played on a specific board. Ooh, here we go. Round 4, board... What did I say this was? Board 3. It looks like only about half of the pairs in the field got to slam on that one. Oh, fucking hell. Dinkin Bidden made slam on that board. I hate this. They better not pop up in the next match. Oh, they have the worst system ever. We don't want to see them. All right, I'm back. I've done my exploring. West opens a heart. North has started with a takeout double. Looks pretty reasonable with 4 spades. Caught partner with a big club fit, so they get to 4 clubs. Okay.
I mean,
Looks like this is coming home, right? Maybe.
would you bid 4? Would you bid 4 clubs with the north hand? I would hope I had some way of, I don't know, like trying to find 3 no trump. But I mean, 3 no's like close.
Yeah, I mean, there's
I mean,
the defense is not realistically going to defeat 3 now. They could,
Yeah.
but it's not going to happen. Yeah, but I mean, I think it's tough. Like, there's been a lot of bidding. Like, North doesn't really have a good way to reach 3 now. You know, you could double 3 hearts again, but you've
Yeah. What would that mean? Would that just be penalty?
no. I mean, you've made a takeout double, so you can't have a penalty double. It would just be showing extras, basically,
Okay.
which is fine. Like, you know, maybe that's what North could or should have done, but it's always a little risky to double again when you have a big fit. Sometimes your partner sits because they think that you don't have a fit, and then law of total tricks. I don't know if you're familiar with the law of total tricks, but it
Totally.
yeah. So
love the law.
yeah, good. But so I mean, it basically means that like the bigger your side's fit is, the more tricks the opponents are actually going to take in their contract. And so, yeah, I would be a little bit scared that partner might just sit the double of 3 hearts, figuring, hey, you know, I bid my 5-card club suit, partner doubled, I happen to have like a heart trick, like ace third or something, let's go after it. Partner has extras, and in reality, you have this 10-card club fit that's undisclosed.
Yeah, I hear you. Just afraid of missing 3 no trump.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
That it looks as if 3-0 would be a nice spot to play on the north-south cards, mostly because West is never finding a spade lead. But I don't think it's realistic to get there with all this preemption going on. And it's not vulnerable. So it imps, that's like 6, a 6 imp loss. And of course, in a match that's currently 2-1, 6 imps looks like a huge deal. But in the big picture, it's not as bad as some of the other losses. Like board 3, it was an 11 imp loss for not finding the slam. Or, not an 11 imp gain, depending on which way you're looking at it. But plus 130.
Do you think... What are your thoughts about East 2 heart bid versus, like, I don't know, 3 hearts or something?
I can't say I love distorting hands in 2 ways. Generally, I'm perfectly fine with distorting hands in 1 way. But here, East 2 heart bid is not only a distortion of length, because normally you would have 3 trumps, not 4, but it's a distortion of high cards as well, because you would like to have some sort of values to be supporting your partner.
Yeah.
I think I would have bid 3 hearts. I think that seems like the most practical bid.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying 2 hearts would not have occurred to me with the East hand, but I mean, what do I know? And with that said, maybe if it went 3 hearts, it would go something like pass, North doubles again, and then South figures they could maybe gamble with 3 no trump. I don't know.
Yeah, it might just time out better because that's exactly how it would have gone. 3 hearts, pass, double, and then South has a decision to make. Do you try 3 no, or do you sit the double of 3 hearts, or do you try and play 4 clubs? But yeah, I think you're right that 2 hearts was a little bit ill-conceived. Well, board 7, so we get a very similar auction, and now we kind of see the difference. Like here, East has a textbook 2 spade bid over the double. South making a responsive double, which would normally show both minors. But South's plan was always to pull a double to 4 hearts, mostly just to avoid playing in a 4-3 heart fit. Because North doesn't have to have 4 hearts, even though it's the other major for the takeout double. So 10 of clubs lead. And it looks like this is gonna sail down a trick. East can win the ace and switch to spades. I mean, East could win the ace and switch to diamonds as well. I'm pretty sure I would switch to spades. Just thinking about this. Because I don't see how we're doing better on a diamond switch. Yeah, anyway, East switches to spades. I think this was the right defense. Like, you know your partner has the spade ace. They would have led your suit if they didn't. Club comes back tapping dummy, and West is just going to sit and wait for the diamond king. I mean, they might beat this too. Declare could take a diamond finesse now, or could take a diamond finesse after cashing a couple of trumps. Actually, they might beat this like 5 or something. Is that possible? Like if Declare now plays a heart to the queen. Okay. Declare plays king of hearts and now finds out about the bad trump split.
Declare should not play another heart, definitely.
Yeah, no, I mean, that was the thing. Like, if Declare's plan was like, oh, I can pull 3 rounds of trumps ending in dummy and then take the diamond finesse, then the 4-1 heart split would have led to doom. Queen of diamonds. So West has turned up with the ace, queen, jack of spades, nothing in hearts, and just the queen of clubs, if that. So I think queen of diamonds to the ace does make sense. West needs to have that diamond king for his opening bid.
I mean, yeah, I guess. They didn't have the diamond king. I mean, they would have to be something like 5-1-1-6.
Yeah. Okay. East didn't pitch a spade, which would have made things a little bit easier, but this defense is going to be good enough. Declare is locked in dummy, and we'll have to give East a diamond ruff. So 2 down. Like, not a bad contract at Imps. You just need, like, something to go well for you, the diamond finesse or the spade finesse, and neither one of them work. Last board of the set. So 16 count from North. Probably see a no trump opener. I haven't played against Isa in a long time, so I don't know if she likes to open these hands a no trump or a heart. I like a no trump, but that's just me.
I mean, I love opening a no trump, but I'm not going to lie, the North hand looks like a heart.
Okay.
It's just, I like when the rebid is so kind of convenient. Again, that's just me. I mean,
Yeah, like there's upsides and downsides to both bids. Obviously, like the big downside to opening no trump is partner transfers you to spades and passes, right? Like that's terrible. You hate it when that happens, and that seems to happen an awful lot when you have a singleton. But the issue with the one heart opener is like if the auction goes a heart, a spade, two clubs, two hearts. What do you do then? You have the 16 count, but partner could have 6, partner could have 11, and you don't have a heart fit yet. So you don't know if you should pass 2 hearts or if you should be in 3 now. But
yeah, I agree. That's pretty awkward.
but yeah, I mean, like those are kind of the considerations, right? Like those are the worst case scenarios. Here, South has a heart fit, and so it's very convenient for North after the one heart opener. Had North open to no trump, you probably end up in 4 spades. So how's this going to do? King of diamonds and ace of clubs are both offside, which is bad news for declarer. Although it might be difficult for the defense to I don't know. If East leads a spade, West is going to get in, and West will have to decide to switch to clubs or diamonds. Looks to me like a club switch is going to work out, and a diamond switch might not. But I've been wrong before. So we'll have to see how play goes. But we do get the spade lead. Looks like they're playing mud leads. I guess that's somewhat common in England, which is, I think, where the East-West pair is from. Middle, up, down. Oh.
What is the middle show?
It's like from 3 small, which is why I'm confused why the King of Spades won trick one. But yeah, so
this is probably good information for West as well. So should
yeah, I mean it would be nice if they knew what partner's lead meant. It could be from a doubleton also, I think. So it's a little bit tricky. I think there are reasons why people don't play them. I've never actually played them, so I have no idea why people use them. And it looks like it has worked out disastrously here for the defense because now declarer has a spade pitch. But maybe that's... Oh no, this is plenty good with the hearts and spades both coming home.
Yeah, I mean...
I know exactly what Deeza's thinking about. Because she wants to get 2 entries to the south hand. If she can cross in hearts, ruff a spade high, and then pull the last trump, ending in South's hand, all the spades will run, and she'll have the diamond ace, and that'll just be the first 10 tricks. So that would protect against 2 spades. So she might be thinking about leading the 8 of hearts, and if East doesn't play the jack, then she can stick in the 9 for an entry. But here, the more practical plan is to lead the 10 of hearts, because the jack might just come down doubleton. You lead the 10 of hearts, the jack pops up, the queen holds, you ruff a spade with the ace of hearts, play the 8 of hearts to the 9, and that pulls the last trump, and you're good. This is always like a funny situation when it comes up, because like in general, the defense never sees any of this. I think there was actually a hand that you played in the Bridgemaster, if I remember, that was kind of like this, where you can like try some sort of finesse, but an opponent can refuse you by playing a high honor unnecessarily. And so it's like in Bridgemaster, of course the defense always finds the right plan, right? Like if East had jack doubleton of hearts here and North led the 8, oh, East would definitely play the jack on that trick, but in real life it never happens. So that's why like North is thinking about it right now. Um, I
Yeah, I mean, presumably North knows at this point that spades have to be 3-3. I mean,
well, the
otherwise,
seven of spades followed by the two is consistent with 7-2 Doubleton.
yeah, but
Oh, but
if West
West's
started with
yeah.
ace, jack, 9-4, how do you explain the first trick,
Okay,
really?
okay. Good point. That is a much better thought. Yes, if East really had 7-2 Doubleton, then there's no way West would play the jack at trick one, losing to the stiff
Yeah,
king.
that's
I guess it's possible that the East-West conventions are to lead the seven or to lead second highest from a bad holding, and therefore East's length is not known to be 2 or 3. In which case, like the 7 would be consistent with 9-7-4 deuce. I mean, that feels like an unplayable lead convention, but maybe that is what Deez is thinking about.
I mean, if they really would lead the 7 from that, I guess that's possible. But otherwise, it just sounds like
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, so if spades are known 3-3 or expected 3-3, then I mean a much safer plan is to go ace of hearts, heart to the queen. Now you make whenever hearts are 3-2. And
yeah.
East gets strip squeezed. So you make an over trick. But yeah, I mean, in reality, Declare would just be thrilled to take her 10 tricks.
Well, this is kind of anticlimactic for us because we can kind of tell that however Declare chooses to play, they're gonna be making this.
I mean, unless it went 8 of hearts to the queen.
Eight of hearts to the queen. That's the only.
Yeah.
It's the only way.
Okay, so she does go with the
But
10 of hearts, and now she's going to be thrilled to see the jack pop up. She can now just rough a spade high.
even the 8 of hearts probably would have made though. I mean, 8 of hearts, jack. You could always like duck.
okay, but that's probably not realistic. I mean, if you're
But I'm
like if you're gonna take that plan, then you could play the ace of hearts and then another, and just not lose the heart trick. Yeah, so Diza now carefully roughs a spade with the ace, crosses to the 9 of hearts, and I mean, again, she does have the potential to throw East in for an over trick. Like the strip squeeze will operate with 3 losers the same way it would with 2 in this scenario. I mean, you just end up losing an extra trick somewhere along the way. East is going to have to keep a bunch of clubs. But I think in reality, what's going to happen is she's going to pitch 2 clubs and a diamond and just take the diamond finesse. It's like free. There it is.
Makes a lot of sense.
I'm sure that's exactly what happened, but the operator could not follow the play, and so 10 tricks is there. Last board. Okay. Wait, I feel like I said last board before the previous board. I'm losing my mind. Okay, well, board 8, we know that there's the potential for swing, so we'll keep an eye on that. But here we go. East.
Well, this one looks kind of fun.
Yeah, as opposed to the last one. I mean, the last one I think is a huge result for North-South, 4 hearts making. I strongly believe that 4 hearts is going to go down in most tables.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you're
East-West have a diamond fit, North-South have a spade fit. I guess it's possible that something crazy happens. East passes in first seat. I know players who would preempt in diamonds there, which I don't think is so bad, but it would not be my choice. mostly because of the weak diamond suit. I don't mind having king 10 fourth of hearts on the side, but the diamonds are quite bad. South opens a club. Okay, I guess they are playing something fancy then. Where was their one club opener previously? It was board 3.
Well,
I have no idea.
Assuming a club shows something pretty strong, it looks like they're on their way to fix something.
Yeah, it does seem as if Slam has decent play. I mean, the club splitting 2-2 is very helpful in a spade contract. Nope, they're just... Okay. This can't be the way the auction went. I'm actually... I feel like the VuGraph operator has lost what's going on. No, man. They were doing so well. Our operators for the past couple of days were actually really good. But this is not a real bridge auction. Like, a club, a spade, denying a major, 4 spades. What? Like, South didn't think... I mean, okay, you know what? To be fair... South already knew that his partner had spades and not hearts. So, yeah, he didn't need to explore for the heart fit. Okay, but we're in 4 spades. We get a heart lead, and now I wonder what Declare's safest line of play is, given that they're only in game. Maybe Ace of Hearts, Heart Ruff. And then like Ace King of Diamonds pitching hearts. And then pull trumps and give up a club and a heart. You make 11 tricks that way. That seems like a pretty reasonable line of play.
Yeah, that makes a ton of sense.
I don't see what can go wrong if we play on clubs early. Because if we were in 6 spades, we would need to play on clubs early. Like, there's no entry to dummy, so we can't afford to, like, start roughing hearts or whatever, and we have to get the club set up to pitch our heart losers. But yeah, I mean, in game, even if they get a club ruff, it's not really bad for you. Maybe it's fine to play for 12 tricks. You win the Ace of Hearts and just lead a club and be like, who cares if they get a club ruff? Then I can pull trumps and run the club suit. That seems fine as well. Whoa! Yeah. We got a... Yeah, I think the VuGraph operator is a little bit lost. I can't really parse the comment. Cards don't fit. Oh, maybe the operator is telling us that the board as displayed is wrong. So he got the auction right, a club, a spade, 4 spades, but we don't actually have the real hands. That, I mean, would make sense, but is very unfortunate. I'm going to look at the website, which, of course, I closed. Let me take a peek at board... What is this, board 10?
Yep.
They do hide the information for security concerns, so I can't actually see the board yet. But I can tell you about the contracts in most rooms. And... Okay. I was hoping to see some solidarity between the contracts, but one table bid and made 6 spades. 2 tables went down in 4 spades. One table played 2 diamonds, doubled in the West. It does seem like 4 spades making 9 or 10 tricks is the most common result on this board. It's very unfortunate that we don't actually have the board. Oh, we've been kicked out. Wait, are we back?
Yeah.
We did. Wait. This is board 9. Okay, okay.
I mean, my thing just said player went down 1
In four
and 4
spades,
spades
that
here.
okay, that seems to be in line with the scores I've seen. But there's one table that Bidden made 6 spades. I want to find out what happened on that board, if I can.
Well, that actually kind of makes sense. I mean, if you're in 6, you might figure it like playing for clubs 2-2, you're going to make
Oh yeah,
6.
yeah, yeah. But this it wasn't the board was not correct. We didn't have the right cards on screen.
Gotcha.
So
yeah, well, that makes a lot.
yeah,
I mean, I'm trying to figure out how they're going to go down.
yeah. I mean, I'm
in
just
4.
like I'm looking at the results, and for chat's benefit, I can pull up the results. So like these are all the results that are still in currently for that board. So there's some spade part scores making 9 tricks. There's some spade part scores making 10, but there's a couple of 620s. There's a bunch of minus 100s as well. You know, minus 100. But the thing that's like really shocking to me, where is this table's comparison? 6 spades making 6 and 4 spades down 1. It's really just hard to imagine a board where everyone in the room is taking 10 tricks or 9 tricks, and then one table takes 12. That's like super weird.
Trying to picture it. Maybe if you take away the ace of diamonds from the north hand, then like if you're in 6, maybe you figure I have to play for 2-2 clubs.
Mm-hmm.
So like let's say it's heart lead, ace of hearts, and you just knock out a club or something, or pull one round to trump knockout. Yeah, let's just say you knock out a club.
Oh,
I'm trying to come up with a scenario where it makes sense that if you're in 6, then you would take a line that makes. But
yeah, it's like it's possible, but those types of hands are so rare. Those are like the hands you see written up in books because it's like a fun story.
That would make sense though.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have the ace of diamonds, you would make 6 spades by just ace of hearts, knock out a club, and let's say, I don't know, if they play a heart or something, you're going to get a heart rough.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to take 5 clubs, and you're going to take your trump. So you will end up making 12 tricks. But
yeah, but like the thing that's really weird about it is like no one else in the room even made 10 tricks. I mean, like no one else made 11, right?
yeah, the thing is, if you're in 4, maybe there's a. I don't know. I'm no expert, but maybe there's a better line actually for 4 that you figure. Well, if clubs are 3-1, then kind of have no shot if you play a club, and maybe if you start with like a heart rough and.
I'm sorry, I need to cut you off because
I don't know. I'm not good enough. I'm trying to you let me know if you see something.
Oh, I don't know if you jumped in. The other table is playing still. So even though we got kicked out of that one table, the teammates in the other room are finishing up board 9. So that board 9 where they got to 4 hearts, right? And we were like, oh, 4 hearts will go down in the other room. North-South ended up in a 3-2 diamond fit and are playing there at the 2 level. And it looks like they're going to be down 2.
How'd that happen? Let's see. A heart of spade, 2 clubs, double, redouble. Okay. I mean.
Oh my god. Okay, what I'm hoping is that we get the real board 10 after this. But South obviously thought that 2 diamonds was like artificial or something, like pick a major, and North was having none of it. So 11 imps. Okay, last board, now we see the same cards. This is not helpful. Let me refresh and see if I can actually get the cards. Yes, no. They still have it marked incorrectly on their website. Well, they have this hand that we're currently looking at, where six spades is par, but it's just impossible to go down in four spades, and yet every table's doing it. No. Okay, well, let me take a look at the standings then. How do I get to the standings? Rank, found it. Ooh, okay. So after this set, East-West here, Dunitz and Bakai, as well as Disa and Shidabashi, are in first. They moved up with their, they're currently sitting in first. They have this board to finish. And then we have a bunch of Icelandic teams. No surprise, given that it's being played in their home country. You're going to see a lot of locals. The Aimer squad ended up falling off pretty hard. They got stomped this set. So I think they were up in the top 5. It's an American squad playing under the European flag, or the England flag. I don't know why. But yeah, they got crushed by by an Icelandic team who's now sitting in second. Hjordis. I am sure I'm pronouncing these names great. Yes, and apologies if you're tuning in. This board and auction and everything is not exactly what's happening. So we don't really know what happened on board 10, but a lot of tables ended up in a spade part score, making 9 or 10 tricks. So this will be a few imps swinging back the way of Selway here, depending on how many tricks 2 spades makes. Are you sticking around for the next match, Kurt, or you have plans?
I'm down.
Cool.
It's possible I might have to leave one here early, but yeah, I'm down.
Sounds good. I think we should be starting soon-ish. Let me pull up the schedule and see how long of a break we have. So we're currently in round 4, and round 5 starts at 45. So it's actually about a half-hour break between rounds.
Hey, stupid question, but what is this event exactly?
So it is, I'm not sure. There are a lot of these events that get hosted in various countries all over the world all the time. I think Europe has the European Bridge Union is like their giant cluster of European countries that all host a bunch of bridge events, like technically internationally, but generally a bunch of European teams show up to play, and some Americans. And so this is like one of those events. It was just a 4-day thing. There's a little bit of prize money. So yesterday in the pairs, the pair that ended up winning won about $1,500 US. And the winner of this Swiss will get about $2,500 US. It's going to be paid out in Icelandic krona, but the equivalent. And
nice.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a fun thing. It's a weekend, so you don't have to take like a full week off work to play. And there will be some strong players, but also, like, this is in Iceland. Some of these events will be held in Poland. Some of them will be held in France or Spain or whatever. And a lot of locals show up to play. So it's kind of fun for them.
Gotcha.